And a good evening to you from Legion Collegiate Academy in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Today on YouTube, PTP TV brings you the Primetime Players and Gastonia Snipers in a very important Southwest Division game. Hi again, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. These are the top two teams in the Southwest. Primetime still unbeaten. Coming into play today at 7-0, first place, and Gastonia in second place at 4-2. Let's meet the starting lineups. First for the visitors from Gastonia and head coach Mario Leak. Today it's number 15, Kenny Lemon. Number 0 is PJ Heath. Number 2, Kwan Brown. Number 10 is DJ Beausager. And number 20 is Nick Crawford. Now for your primetime players and head coach Chris Thomas, it's number 2, Chris Moore, number 0, James Murray in the backcourt, and along with number 13, Quay Kimball. Up front for primetime players today, it's number 6, Sean Barnett, and number 31, Odell Turner. Gastonia, as I mentioned, they're 4-2, coming off their second loss of the season on Sunday. They went down at the Charlotte Tribe 130-109. For Gastonia, this is the second game of a 3-game road trip. And for the primetime players, this is their lone home game in the month of April as they're back home for the first time in a couple of weeks. Coming off a good road trip where they went 2-0, tight game against the Carolina Crusaders. They won, and then last Saturday, primetime won 167-131 against the Garden City Magic in Augusta, Georgia. Primetime players in that game, just 6 players in the game. 3 of them had double-doubles. Sean Barnett had a triple-double in that game, 34, 15, and 11. Chris Moore led the way, 44 points on 15 of 20 shooting. So Gastonia can keep hope alive for the top seed, and the Southwest Division title is still very much up for grabs as these are two pretty well-matched teams. Gastonia's got some players on their team. We'll talk a little bit about that as the evening goes on. So Gastonia coming out in their road purple and primetime in their home whites as we're just about set to go. PJ Heath, the old primetime player, having a little fun with his old teammate Odell Turner as those two will tip it up at center court as we're just about set to go here. And the tip is controlled by Primetime. Chris Moore, quick 3, and he's short on it. PJ Heath, we know he can pull down some rebounds. He gets his first here this evening. Beausager swings it. Crawford now over to the left wing to Lemon. Lemon into the lane, pulls up off the side iron, and Turner's got the board. Kimball getting the start here today. Young player here on the primetime players on this veteran team. He'll take a 3 from the corner and get it to go. So Kimball is on the board. And primetime, the first bucket of the game. It's answered back quickly by Gastonia. And that was Kwan Brown, I believe, scoring that one. Kimball will try another 3, and he's got his second consecutive triple. Gastonia looking to work inside. Beausager had it sent back. Now Brown again. The runner is no good. And Turner has the rebound. Kimball bounce pass to Barnett. Extra pass from Moore to Murray. Now down to Barnett. Fading away. Passes it out. Kimball, is he 3 for 3? Yes, and he's fouled. Quay Kimball with 9 points already here for the primetime players. And he goes to the line for a 4-point play opportunity. So Kimball has been shooting lights out. You could see it there. It was late. We got to it, but you can see he got hit on the wrist falling down. So all 9 points for Quay Kimball. 47.7% from 3. His senior year at UNC Asheville, which was last year. And he's got all 10 of Primetime's 10 points here in the first minute and a half. Nick Crawford walking it up. Catch and shoot, open look for Beausager. He's long, and Barnett has another rebound. Barnett, the leading scorer, leading rebounder in the East Coast Basketball League. Barnett, 38 points, 19 rebounds a game. Kimball tried it from the inside, not that time. Beausejour with the rebound. Here comes Crawford. Swings it out to Lemon. Pull up three is short. Out on the run, here's Murray laying it up and in. James Murray makes it 12-2 in the first 2 minutes, and Gastonia has some things to talk about. So Quay Kimball with 10 of the 12 here in a 2-minute span. Primetime is already up by 10. Timeout, and we'll be back. As I mentioned, Primetime players just one home game in the month of April. Next 2 as well on the road, and then a 3-game homestand as we start to look at the end of the finish line here in the 2022 season. Brown tried to throw it off Chris Moore, did so successfully. So 13 on the shot clock, 9:52 on the game clock, 12-2 Primetime players. Quay Kimball with 10 of the points. Beausejour had trouble with it, but it was deflected out again, just 1 second off the shot clock now for Gastonia. Second of a 3-game road trip. Next Saturday, they're at the Carolina Crusaders. That'll be another big game in not the division, but the conference for Gastonia. Catch and shoot three is no good. That was Brown, who's got the lone bucket today for Gastonia, missing. So out of the timeout, another empty possession for the Snipers. Here's Sean Barnett backing down and scoring. 25.4 field goal attempts, 15.6 field goal makes per game on the season. He's first in makes, second in attempts. Crawford pull up from the half circle, couldn't get it, tries to follow the miss. Chris Moore kept it on the line as he volleyballed it ahead to Turner, who scores, and he's fouled. 16-2 the Primetime players, and Odell Turner on the board. He's been red hot of late. 19.7 points per ball game, shooting 51% from the field, and in his last 3 games, he's averaging 23 rebounds a game. Odell Turner. He's averaging 16.7 on the season. Sean Barnett, speaking of good rebounder, gets an offensive rebound. Moore for 3. Tip for the rebound. Gastonia has it down 14. Brown to Heath. Here's Holmes, top of the key. Now Tate into the game. Mystical Tate gets it to go. So Mario Leak looking for somebody off the bench. The local product, Mystical Tate, who played at Clinton. It's one of the schools I work with. He wasn't there when I worked with him. Tate's out on the run, and he's got 5 quick points off the bench. 16-7 now. Single-digit lead for Primetime. Chris Moore trying to change that, and he does with the finger roll shot. Moore on the board, 27.7 points per ball game on the season. Another MVP candidate here, although he's going to have competition. Sean Barnett right now certainly leading the discussion as Holmes rims in a 3. So Dion Holmes into the game. Buries his first triple. Holmes played at SC Upstate for 4 years, almost 13 points per ball game in his collegiate career. 431 points his senior year. He was second on the team in scoring as that shot is long. So this is a team, they fell down big early, but Gastonia's got a lot of weapons as you see guys like Dion Holmes and Mystical Tate coming off the bench. They can really score the basketball. James Murray, the runner, is short. Turner, the offensive rebound. Moore for 3, yes. Chris Moore's got 5. 54% from 3 this year for Chris Moore. We've got 7:12 to go in the opening quarter. Primetime back up double figures. It's 21-10. Brown from way downtown off the back iron. Offensive rebound by Holmes, and the putback is good. Deion Holmes in the ECBL this season, averaging 21.8. As I mentioned, he's a good player at SC Upstate. All 4 years he played, he was good. He came in as a freshman and really made an impact from the get-go. PJ Heath, good defense. Can it lead to good offense? Nah, he's padding his stats with that one. PJ Heath is on the board with his first 2. 2019 Defensive Player of the Year, PJ Heath, when he was playing here with the Primetime Players. Sean Barnett, again, that's the second time today, just backing guys down, going to work, 23-14 Primetime. Holmes on the right wing. Holmes for 3, and that was a well-contested shot. That is an air ball that goes out of bounds. Antonio Stabler is in the game now. He was a first-team Conference Carolinas player at Queens University, a Division II school. 20 points per game, 7.3 rebounds, and a 52% shooter his senior year. So, again, another weapon. So we're 8 deep already, and you see the stats that I'm telling you about is Quade Kimball cannot miss. He scored the first 10 points for the Primetime Player. That is his 4th three-pointer. He's got 13 in the game. Primetime back up by 12. Trying to change that. Bosager was off on the 3. Kimball with a nasty pass. They get it down to him, and he'll back it out now as Gastonia gets back on defense. Moore, ball deflected. It's through the legs of everybody and out of bounds. It was last touched by Tate. 5:36 left to go here in this opening quarter. Gastonia's starting to pick it up, but Primetime still up by double digits. We'll be back. That's me, Chris Sheeman. Glad to be with you here today on PTP TV. The Primetime Players leading Gastonia by 12. Top 2 teams in the Southwest Division. Sean Barnett, that was well contested. Nice defense there by Stabler. Out on the run now, it's Tate. Tate to the bucket. Throws it up, no. Hit his first 2, missed that one. The little guy, Quay Kimball, at 5'10", skies for that rebound as he walks it into the forecourt. Kimball pass deflected, got it to Moore in the quarter. Swings it out to Murray. Murray on the right wing, takes it to the corner to the cutter Barnett. Threw it up too strong. Odell Turner the rebound, out to Moore. Extra pass to Kimball, who steps right. Thought about the 3. Shot clock did reset, so it's at 13. Moore from the logo got it to go. So Chris Moore, his second three-pointer. He's got 8 in the game. And Primetime takes its biggest lead now at 15. Trying to answer back Holmes. Moore now. Kimball again, his 5th three-pointer here tonight. We've still got 4.5 to go in the first quarter, and he's got 16 points. 5 three-pointers and a 4-point play. 18-point lead for Primetime, and that's going to stay on 18 as Gastonia's empty. And then running and gunning, it's Murray to Turner. 34-14. Pull-up 3 is good. Bosager answers back. Player who played professionally in Armenia for 2 years from Centenary University. Averaged 6 points a game his senior year for the Cyclones in 14-15. Here's Sean Barnett with 8. From the logo, yes. God. Between Moore and Barnett, they've both hit logo shots already. 37-17. The lead is 20 again for Primetime. Holmes, scoop. Ooh, got a nasty bucket to go in. That was a nice move by Holmes, who now has 7. Turner for 3. The throw ahead, and P.J. Heath cherry picking himself to an easy 2. They called a delay in game warning, I believe, so 37-21 with 3:02 left to go here in this opening quarter. Our first sub for the Primetime players is Sidney Sanders Jr. checks into the game. And number 12 is Melvin Rogers, who you might know from the Carolina Crusaders way back in the day. Getting some run with Primetime now. Sean Barnett, the reverse, yes. Barnett's got 9. Beausejour wanted the 3, instead attacks, and he's fouled. Going to be a foul called on Primetime. With 2:34 to go, that's going to send DJ Beausejour to the free throw line. 80% free throw shooter so far this season, averaging 17 per ball game with Gastonia. And he's got his 4th point here tonight. 4.8 rebounds as well. By the way, shout out to Lysander Bracey. He got a pro contract. He's in Columbia playing professionally. Not Columbia, South Carolina. He's in Columbia, the state, the country, Columbia. So we won't see Bracey most likely for the rest of the year. Foul called on Beausejour. That's 4 team fouls on Gastonia with 2:21 to go here in this opening quarter. So it's Sanders and Rogers into the game with Barnett, Moore, and Kimball. Lemon. Driving on the baseline was Holmes, extra pass, and we got another whistle. Sanders is called for the foul. That's 2 team fouls on Primetime. As we get set to go inside 2 minutes here in this opening quarter. Crump is into the game. Noah Crump started the season with the Coastal Elite Pirates as he gets the offensive rebound. Holmes fakes the 3, couple pumps, then passes it down low. Stabler in and out on the shot. Barnett the rebound. Here's Moore in the corner. Guarded by Crump. Rogers back to Moore. The cutter is Sanders. Flips it up. Gets the friendly bounce. Sidney Sanders averaging 14 per game. 41-23 Primetime with 41 on the board as Gastonia turns it over with 1:16 left to go here in this opening quarter. Sanders gets some direction from Moore. He passes it to him near side. Sean Barnett. Contested shot. That was Nick Crawford back into the game with some nice defense. He's on the run, out of control. See the way he picked his arms up like that? They're going to call that an offensive foul just about every time. So inside a minute to go here in this opening quarter, Primetime forces that turnover. Back-to-back turnovers for the Snipers, who cut it to 9 after Primetime got out to a 16-2 advantage. It was cut to 9, and now Primetime up 18. This is their biggest lead here. No, correction, their biggest lead was 37-17 when it was 20. Crawford scoops it to Crump, fakes the 3, attacks, and scores. Noah Crump on the board for the first time. He played for the Coastal Elite Pirates, I was going to say. We saw him earlier this season. I think that was the first game of the year. Chris Moore doubled up. Extra pass goes to Kimball, corner three. No, but he's fouled, and that's his first three-point miss. So 16 first quarter points now for Quay Kimball, who looks to add to it. Quay Kimball, I mentioned his gaudy numbers at UNC Asheville last season. Just wrapping up. In fact, he's fourth all-time in program history in scoring. Well, you can see why. And he's second in assists. He's up there in three-point makes as well for UNC Asheville. I used to live right down the street from the Bulldogs campus, North Asheville. $19 points in the quarter for Quay Kimball, 44 in the quarter for PrimeTime. Holmes attacks. Holmes scoops it up and in. Dion Holmes and Quay Kimball would be pretty familiar with each other. Oh, my goodness. How about that one? Another logo shot. Let's run it back as the quarter comes to a close with 47 on the board, and Chris Moore with a big half-court heave. He hit one from the logo earlier. He's got a half-court heave. Chris Moore now with 11 points in the opening quarter, and PrimeTime in a rout right now. We'll be back. Welcome back, everybody. Second quarter. PrimeTime players lead by 20. It is the second quarter, despite what the scoreboard says. So, Gastonia with a lot of work to do. This matches their biggest deficits. A good offensive team. They have a lot of weapons, as we've been talking about, but getting sloppy with the basketball, Gastonia here, as they turn it over once again. 47 on the board for the PrimeTime players. Quay Kimball with 19 points. Chris Moore has 10. Sean Barnett with 9. These are leaders for PrimeTime. 9 points in the first quarter for Dion Holmes off the bench, as Melvin Rogers is off with his jumper. So Barnett and Kimball start on the bench for PrimeTime. The runner, no good that time by Kenny Lemon. Kenny Lemon trying to force the tie up, and he's called for the foul instead. Well, they call that on Antonio Stabler, excuse me. So it's PrimeTime basketball as we're a minute into this second quarter. Again, second quarter, despite what the scoreboard's telling you. Next time out, I'll put my own number up there so we have it correct. AJ Behringer is in the game, a longtime ECBL veteran, as the ball swung to Quan Brown. Played at Johnson C. Smith, 31% three-point shooter, averaging 20 a game. He's got 5 now with that bucket. PrimeTime's lead down to 17. Chris Moore swings it out. Rogers looking to back down. The cutter, oh, Sanders, he is such a good cutter. Blew the layup, but his cuts have been something else. We got a foul on the floor here on Melvin Rogers. Mystical Tate came off the bench, scored 5 quick ones. Gets it to Brown. His floater is no good. Ball deflected out to Moore. Here's Murray to the hoop. Yes, James Murray, second field goal. He's got 4. So we've played 2 minutes here in the opening quarter. Gastonia has shaved 1 point off the deficit. Come up empty here. Oop, nobody looking. Chris Moore threw it anyways, and it's a turnover on the steal by Brown. Spinning, Lemon couldn't get it. Tried to tip it, did Brown, came up empty. So a blown opportunity on a 3-on-2 there. Now Moore had it blocked, stayed with it, got it out to Turner. Kept control of the basketball. Turner couldn't get the 3. The track meet continues. That was Bosager for 2. He's got 7 now. Moore backing down. Gets around one defender. Shot blocked out of bounds. So 9-10 left to go here in this opening half. Kimball back into the game. Rogers, Moore are out, so it's Barnett checking in too. So Murray, Barnett, Kimball, Turner, and Sanders, the 5 for primetime right now. Sanders thought about the 3, got tied up. Nice defense there by Stabler, and they called a shot clock violation. Stabler didn't have clear possession there, so I get that call. That's one of the rule changes, and we do play roughly maybe 1 or 2 changes to it, but roughly we play with the same rules here as the NBA does, and that's one of the things I'd like to see them change. Like, that was a clear takeaway. Yes, it's the correct call as it's ruled right now because Stabler didn't have full possession when the shot clock hit 0, but play the advantage kind of like how they do in soccer. You could see clearly he was going to get possession, and it would have been nice to have that easy dunk. Instead, they come up empty, and now primetime with the basketball. Murray too strong off the glass. Behringer to the hoop, yes. AJ with his first field goal. 5.6 points per ball game for Behringer. Played basketball at Pfeiffer University. At the time, I believe, an NAIA. Murray contested 3. Heath with another rebound. Here's Lemon, contested 3. Got it anyways, over Sean Barnett. Kenny Lemon, first field goal, and we have a timeout. It was at the end of the first quarter. Primetime led 47-27. Since then, 10-2 burst here at the start this second quarter for the Gastonia Snipers. I said they've got the offensive weapons to get back in it. They have. It's a 12-point lead. Timeout, primetime. We'll be back. So 7:49 left to go. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. Primetime with the basketball. They've led by as many as 20 a couple different times here tonight. Gastonia on a run, 10-2 to start the second quarter. Have cut the deficit for them. The Snipers now trailing Primetime by 12. Sean Barnett to the hoop. Shot clock is at 2. Barnett got to get it away, and that's another shot clock violation. Second time already in the quarter. Gastonia has woken up defensively. Bringing in PJ Heath has helped with that. PJ Heath, 5 seasons with the Primetime Players, 17-21. In 2021, he also played one half season with Rowan County. Now with Gastonia as he banks it off the glass, and it's a 10-point game as PJ Heath with 6 on the night. Kimball looking for Murray, and it's intercepted. Nice defense by Brown to recognize the passing lane. Now he'll try to reward himself. Can't get the 3, though. Barnett with the rebound. Murray to the hoop, yes. Just the second field goal for Primetime. It's a 6-point game. 6 points for Murray. It's a 12-point game as Primetime gets a stop, and a quick foul by PJ Heath. That's a smart foul. One of the things that Primetime does is they get stops and they like to push the tempo, and they can put up a lot of points very quickly, as we saw in the first quarter with 47. So you slow that down, use the foul up, and negate that, make them set up their offense. You don't want to use it all the time, obviously, because you'll put them in the bonus, but you don't want the tide to change right now when the momentum is on your side. Murray doubled up, the cutter again. This time it's Kimball who got the reverse. Man, he cannot miss today. Quay Kimball with 21. So Primetime pushing it out to 14 now. Lemon over to Holmes. PJ Heath, left block, gets it to the cutter, Holmes, who flips it up and in. Eyes were drawn to PJ Heath, and Dion Holmes takes advantage. He's in double figures with 11. Odell Turner for 3, yes. Turner with 7 here tonight. Lead is 15 for Primetime. 5:37 left to go here in this second quarter. Bosager, top of the key. Contested shot, got it anyways. He's got 9. So Stabler leading the team with 11. 9 for Bosager, 6 for PJ Heath. So Kimball with another triple. Kimball's got 24, ladies and gentlemen. And that, I believe, is his 6th three-pointer. Bosager's starting to heat up. He's got a dozen. Lead is 13. 3 by Barnett, no good. PJ Heath, another rebound. Oops. Case of the oopsie daisies there for Holmes as it bounces off him out of bounds. 4:39 left to go in this opening half. Primetime leading by 13. We'll step aside. Chris Sheeman, glad to be with you. That man inbounding there is Quay Kimball, and he has scored 24 points in this opening half. We still have 4.5 left to go in the second quarter. Sean Barnett. Sean Barnett in double figures, and he's doing it all down low, just backing his guy down every time so far here today. Lemon cut off. 10-2 start to the second quarter for Gastonia after they went down by 20, cut it down to 12, and now PrimeTime trying to push it back out. And right now, they're at a 15-point lead as the offensive foul was called on Gastonia. Another wet spot out on the court. Halftime, we'll take our usual break, so you can check in on the T-Wolves and the Grizzlies. That's going to be such a fun series. Two young teams. Right now it's 91-89. Timberwolves with the lead. You got crazy Patrick Beverly. Needs to switch to decaf. That's going to be, I hope that one goes 7. I really do. Two young teams in the playoffs, showing what they can do. Future of the NBA. Sean Barnett, nice defense, but Sazier gets the block. Seen a couple nice defensive plays as Mystical Tate back into the game. His shot blocked out of bounds. Gastonia. Tate will try it mid-range, got it to go. Mystical Tate now with 7 on the night. Murray Hezzy. Now Turner left of the lane. 3:29 to go in this opening half. Moore to Barnett. Turner underneath. Draws the foul. Stabler, the guilty party. Odell Turner's got 7 points tonight. 70% shooter from the charity stripe. Turner 7th in the ECBL in blocks per game at 2.3. PrimeTime averages 6.3. Right now, Gastonia's got 3 or 4 of those here tonight. They average just 1.2 on the season. So interior defense has not been a strong suit for the Snipers this season. We've seen it on display a little bit here today with the work down low that Sean Barnett's been able to do, but it has been an improvement so far for the Snipers. Tate, he's hit, so Mystical Tate goes to the free throw line from Gaffney, and as I mentioned, played at Clinton College. Clinton is literally down the road. They're 5 minutes away here in Rock Hill. Became a 4-year school. I want to say 4 or 5 years ago. They were a junior college up until that point. As Tate gets the first free throw to go, 75% free throw shooter. Now they're a 4-year school in the USCAA. So 1 out of 2, and Tate wins it over 3 PrimeTime players. Mystical Tate will reward himself with the shot. Can't get it. P.J. Heath, another offensive rebound. Now Holmes, yes, from the free throw line. Dion Holmes. Not surprised that he can score. He's got a baker's dozen now. And the lead is 12 again in PrimeTime. Thrown it out of bounds. Gastonia starting to wake up as you hear their bench come to life, cheering their teammates on. Holmes on the wing, gets a screen. Barnett on the switch. Shot is short. Turner the board. And Chris Moore will slow it down. Sean Barnett, it was deflected by Bosager, but he stays with it. Barnett again backing down. This time over to Murray, 4-3. Oh, he got hit. And 1 for James Murray. Chance to go into double figures now for Murray, who shoots 73% from the free throw line. That's a big shot there. And an opportunity that push a 12-point game now out to 16. And Murray does. He's got 10. Tate into the forecourt. Tate, couple of pumps. Set out to Stabler, now back to Tate. Shot clock is at 4. Stabler got a hoist. He does. Off the back iron, no good. PJ Heath with the putback. The official blew his whistle. They called a foul on Sean Barnett, and I believe it was away from the ball well before that shot. So no bucket there for PJ. Bosager down low, turnaround by Holmes, no good. Barnett to the hoop. Barnett, yes. He's got a baker's dozen himself now, Sean Barnett. And just like that, it's an 18-point lead. Those 6 quick points for PrimeTime. 4 team fouls on PrimeTime now, so it's also the first in the last 2 minutes. Either way. And they're going to give Tate free throws. That must have been the second in the last 2 minutes. Yeah, it was. So Mystical Tate at the free throw line. 75% on the season. Barnett goes out. Melvin Rogers checks into the game. So Tate got into double figures, now off the bench. He's got 10. Kimball into the forecourt. He's got 24. Rogers with a mismatch here. Melvin trying to back down. Instead goes top of the key to Moore, who swishes in another 3. Chris Moore had a buzzer beater. Moore with 14 tonight. 72-53, minute 2 to go. Tip pass out, Bosager for 3, yes. 15 for DJ. Chris Moore looking down low. Batted away by Heath. Throw ahead to Holmes. Oh, nasty play. Dion Holmes with 15 tonight. 2 for 1 time as Murray right to the hoop. Bad defense there. You got to recognize the 2 for 1 opportunity. Now Gastonia likely will run some clock. There's about a 4-second difference. Game and shot clock as we wind down the second quarter. Holmes top of the key, 4-3. Got it to go. 6 seconds to work with. Kimball with 1. Kimball, no. One of the few things that didn't go right in the first half for Quay Kimball, who finishes with 24 points, 19 of those in the first quarter. And the PrimeTime players take a 74-61 lead into the locker room. You're watching PrimeTime Players Basketball here on PTP TV on YouTube. We'll be back with the second half in about 10 minutes. Don't go too far. Welcome back to Legion Collegiate Academy. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. Primetime players led by as many as 20 a couple different times in that first half. Gastonia has cut it down to a 13-point lead as we start the third quarter. Leading scorer in the half was Quay Kimball, 24 points for the primetime players. Chris Moore has 19 in the half. Sean Barnett with a baker's dozen. James Murray had 12. Odell Turner with 9. 2 for Sidney Sanders. That's scoring for primetime. Leading scorers for Gastonia as PJ Heath bats it in. Well, I can tell you PJ Heath has 8 points. But three players, I should say, in double figures. Dion Holmes leading the way with 18. 15 for DJ Bosager. And Mystical Tate with 10. So 2 out of the 3 for Gastonia in double figures did not start the game, as the lead is 11. Primetime, if you're just joining us, started strong. They led 16-2 as Quay Kimball scored the first 10 points for Primetime, hit 5 of his first 5 3-pointers. Had 16 points in the opening quarter. Then in the second quarter, Gastonia cut it down to single digits. They went on a 10-2 run after Primetime went up by 20. Then they got it down to single digits. This was my apologies. They got it down to single digits in the first quarter. Primetime led by 20 at the end of the first quarter, 37-17. Then Gastonia went on a 10-2 run to cut it down to 12. As we have an injured player for the Snipers over on the far side. It's Lemon, Kenny Lemon shaken up. So he's going to come out. And as you can see, now the Snipers trying to work themselves back in at 2 and try to get it down to single digits for the first time since that first quarter. Did you get all that? No defense as the C's part. Brown goes right to the hoop. He's got 7, and it's a 9-point game. 74-65. Can Gastonia be consistent enough, though? That's the question. Anytime they've gone on a run, Primetime's been able to answer. Chris Moore fouled on a 3. And a couple of these runs have started because of fouls on 3-point shooters. There's Mystical Tate, the guilty party. And that's going to send Chris Moore, a 77% free throw shooter, to the line for 3. In and out on the first one. Shout out, by the way, to Chris Moore, who recorded his 1,000th career assist on Saturday at Garden City. He came into play today with 1,001 career assists, as he's up to 15 points now here tonight. Good to see Kenny Lemon get back out there real quick. Dion Holmes going to go to the bench. So Primetime back up double figures. Moore trying to get 2 out of 3 here, and he does. 16 in the game for Chris Moore. Chris Moore, as always, leading the league in assists this season as well with 10.5. Primetime's averaging 34 assists per ball game. Over 30 assists per game. Every season since 2018, they've averaged over 30 assists. As Kenny Lemon scored, by the way, 76-67. Gastonia gets a stop. Here come the Snipers. Catch and shoot 3 is an air ball. Mystical Tate can't get it down low and then knocks it out of bounds. Off the reverse, Mystical Tate tried it. It's a Gastonia team starting to put the defense, starting to figure it out defensively. Quay Kimball cut off on the baseline. Sean Barnett, quiet by his standards. They left him way too much space there. Barnett now with 16. Answering right back is Lemon again. He's got 7. Played JUCO at Catawba. Played at an NAIA in the Buckeye State in Ohio. He played at Northwestern Ohio, as a matter of fact. 37 games in 2 years there after his JUCO play. So he went JUCO, then NAIA. Another foul called, so this time it's Odell Turner at the free throw line. $149.7 points per ball game for the primetime players so far. That's the highest per game average in ECBL history. Primetime had a 142.8 back in 2017. So 1 out of 2 for Odell, who's now in double figures with 10. I think they gave that point to Gastonia, though. I think the home scoreboard, okay, they corrected it now. So 80-70 is the score on your screen as the ball lost out of bounds, last touch by Primetime. 80-69, correction. So they gave that free throw by Turner originally to Gastonia. That was the confusion there. But they straightened it out. Mystical Tate's high arcing shot, too strong. Kimball another rebound. Kimball attacks. Kimball rejected by PJ Heath. Boy, you got to pick up like PJ Heath. You're always going to be in contention if you're Gastonia. Traveling called there on Crawford, so snipers come up empty as they try to take advantage of PJ Heath's block and takeaway. Kimball into the forecourt. 3.5 into this third quarter, primetime by 11. Sean Barnett to the hoop, too strong. Looking for a whistle. Here's Brown. Lemon back to Brown for 3. They'll let him have it, and he'll hit it. Quan Brown, 31% from 3 on the season. He's got 10 points. 8-point game. This is as close as Gastonia has been since literally the first 2 minutes. It was 10-2 in the first 2 minutes, and now we have a technical foul called on a blocking foul. So, first the block was called. PJ Heath was upset, and they teed up. I don't know if it was Heath per se, but it was somebody from Gastonia. So Sean Barnett's going to go to the line, shoot the tee. And by the Rasheed Wallace logic of basketball, ball don't lie. So that technical was an accurate call. 17 now for Barnett. So now he's going to shoot 2 free throws as well because he was in the act of shooting. This is one of those situations, the call doesn't go your way. Got to keep your wits if you're Gastonia. We're right in this game. This can't be a turning point for Gastonia where they give up another big run, and the next thing you know, you're down 20 again. So Barnett gets 3 free throws, 19 in the game now for Sean, and the lead is 11 again. Crawford on the far side. The cutter is Brown. He's stripped. Moore throw ahead to Murray. Murray, pull up from 10. No. Barnett, offensive rebound. Moore attacks. Swings it out to Kimball. Back to Moore. Now Barnett open for 3. Yes. Boy, Sean Barnett with a nice sequence. He ain't quiet no more. 22 now for Sean Barnett here tonight. And the lead is 14. Got to be careful again if you're Gastonia here. Need a bucket on this possession. Tate can't answer. Tipped up no by Heath a couple of times. PJ got another one, and this time it goes. So Heath in double figures. He might have a double-double now. 10 points. The lead is 12. 7:04 left to go. That ball deflected. Nice defense on the full court press. Bucket by Lemon, who also looks for the whistle, doesn't get it. Lemon's got 9. 10-point game again. Nice pass, quickly done to Kimball. Now Moore for three, can't get it to go. Tate had his pocket picked. Barnett for three, yes. And Sean Barnett is having himself a third quarter. He's got 25 points. That's a deep three that comes up short. Not a great possession there as Brown was feeling confident. Quay Kimball, he's been hot today and he stays hot. 27 for Kimball, and the lead, just like that, is back out to 16. 92-76, 6:03 left to go here in this third quarter. Primetime back in control. We'll be back. So next two for the Primetime players on the road. We'll be back with you for three straight starting on May 7th. The Thunder, Lycans, and Tribe on the 21st. That's going to be a fun one, I could tell you, based on my Facebook feed. That is going to be a very fun one. Lemon to the bucket. He scores. Lemon has picked it up here in this second half. He's got 11 now. 14-point lead for the Primetime players. Gastonia cut it down to 8. Kimball in and out. Ball batted by Barnett, and I believe he's going to touch it last. He is. Another timeout. We'll step aside. 5:36 left to go here in the third quarter. We're coming back. Chris Sheeman, glad to be with you here tonight. 5:36 to go in the third quarter, and it's 92-78 Primetime players by 14. Gastonia. PJ Heath has been going to work down low, getting several offensive rebounds. He's got 12 points in the game. Chris Moore out deep. Sean Barnett having a great third quarter, and he's going to be called for the offensive foul. PJ Heath, the 2019 Defensive Player of the Year in the ECBL when he was playing with the Primetime players, draws the charge. He's gotten a couple of nice defensive stops all by his lonesome for the Gastonia Snipers here today. Primetime players 7-0. Gastonia is 4-2, but they're second place in the Southwest. 2.5 back of the Primetime players. So this is an important game for the Snipers if they're able to win this one and upset Primetime. They're still in the conversation for the division crown after losing just the second game of the season back on Sunday against the Charlotte Tribe. Second of a 3-game road trip for Gastonia. They'll have another tough test against the Carolina Crusaders down in Columbia. Barnett to the hoop, doubled up. Tip pass by Turner to Murray, in and out on the three. Rebound by Holmes. Holmes bounced past to Lemon, cut off in the corner. Tough pass, found Beausejour though. He was able to save it himself. Crawford to the cutter. Down low, the shot was blocked. 9 on the shot clock. It'll stay with Gastonia. So Heath will inbound. Crawford, top of the key. Beausejour for 3. Yes! He's got 18 tonight. And it's single digits again. Sean Barnett over to Kimball for 3. Short. Rebound controlled by Beausejour as he tiptoes to save the possession. Holmes right to the hoop, and he will score. 20 for Holmes. Sean Barnett inside 4 to go. It's a 7-point game. This is as close as Gastonia has been since the opening 2 minutes when they went down 10-2. Barnett short. 2 Gastonia players going for the rebound. Then Barnett had it and lost it. Crawford gets it to Beausejour, who drives in, can't score. Tip for the rebound. Beausejour with the offensive board. Bounce pass goes to Lemon. Top of the key, PJ Heath. Back to Beausejour. Another 3. Not that time. Another offensive rebound. Lemon to Holmes. Yes, for 3. Holmes has 23. And it's a 4-point game. The top 2 teams in the division are battling here at Legion Collegiate. We'll be back after this timeout. Primetime players making a couple of subs. Melvin Rogers, Sidney Sanders both into the game with Moore, Barnett, and Turner. 4-point game. Credit Gastonia. They have kept their wits. Turner for 3. Can't get it to go, and another one and done. Heath, another rebound. He's got a double-double here tonight. Crawford out to Lemon for 3. And Turner touched it last as it goes out of bounds. Inside 3 minutes to go, a brand new ball game. If you're just joining us, Beausejour has heated up, and he makes it a 1-point game. His third three-pointer here in the quarter. He's got 21, 92-91. If you're just joining us, Primetime led at 16-2 at the start. Gastonia in the first quarter briefly made a run to cut it down to 9, but then Primetime led by 20 at the end of the first quarter, led by 20 2 different times in the first half. At halftime, the Primetime players led by 13, 74-61. And since that time, Gastonia has put it on them. It's a 1-point game. Chris Moore with 7 on the shot clock. Sanders cut off on the baseline, and they're not going to get it off in time. As you see the snipers locking down defensively. Beausejour now will inbound. Some light pressure here for Primetime. Lemon on the far side. The scoop. No. Gastonia has not led in this game, even in the opening seconds. Rogers pull-up jumper. He's short. Rebound Beausejour. Another crack at it here for the snipers that take their first lead. Beausejour on the wing. He'll heat check himself. Not that time. Skying in. Lemon couldn't tip it. Batted by Turner, who comes down with it. Turner rockets it out of bounds. Prime time, another turnover. Minute 44 to go here in this third quarter. Gastonia with their fourth crack at taking the lead for the first time tonight now. Lemon on the far side. Crawford has looked to pass. He does to Beausager, who's stripped. Diving for it is Crawford. Down to Beausager, and he's fouled. DJ Beausager will go to the free throw line to try to give his team its first lead tonight. Beausager, 80% free throw shooter, 21 points here tonight. 17 points, just about 5 rebounds per ball game, surpassing both of those totals here tonight in a big game for the Snipers. Ooh, can't get the free throw to go. Still an opportunity to tie it, though. Got it. Gastonia has come from 20 back, and we got a new ball game. And Rogers is out of bounds. Prime time is getting sloppy. Minute 17 left to go here in the quarter. Crawford again in that spot. He looks to dish, though. Now he'll try to back down more, throw it too strong off the glass, fight down low for the rebound. Turner comes away with it, and then he's fouled. First foul in the last 2 minutes for Gastonia. Trapping pressure for the Snipers, and they pick Sidney Sanders' pocket. Lemon to the hoop. They're going to count that. No, they're going to call travel. They're going to call traveling. Was he traveling because he got held? That's my question. Primetime got to get it across. They just do to beat the 8 seconds. Melvin Rogers is open. Yes, rimmed it in, and it's a triple. That's Rogers' first bucket. Crawford rejected by Turner. Mentioned Odell Turner in the first half. 2.3 blocks per game is 7th in the ECBL. 12 to shoot now for Gastonia. Crawford looking to dish. Out to Holmes for 3. In and out. It went halfway down. Man, Turner has really been getting some tough rebounds here in this quarter. Don't want to leave him open. Doesn't make it. A rare wide open miss. Barnett answers, though. And that will do it for quarter number 3. So Gastonia had a couple cracks at taking the lead. Sean Barnett lights him up. He's got 27, with the bulk of that damage coming in the third quarter. We got 12 exciting minutes to go, with Prime Time clinging to a 5-point lead. Come on back for the fourth quarter here in just a moment. Getting another look at the upcoming schedule for the Primetime Players. We will be with you in a couple weeks, May 7th. Carolina Thunder, first of 3 straight at home after that 2-game road trip. A business to take care of. Primetime's led by as many as 20. Gastonia tied us at 92. And then Primetime wrapped up the quarter with a couple of buckets to push the lead back out to 5, but they come up empty here on the offensive foul. So the Snipers get a stop. Now a wet spot out on the floor. And if you're just joining us, just again, these are the top 2 teams, Gastonia and Primetime Players in the Southwest Division. Primetime 7-0, and Gastonia is 4-2. They're 2.5 games back. So a win today really helps them keep hope alive to try to win the division. Charlotte Tribe are also 2.5 games back. Now remember, the Tribe have already beaten the Snipers. They're at 5-3 though, so they've played more games. Oh, the tips just aren't going for Kenny Lemon, who took a hard fall. He's okay. So Primetime getting a bit lucky there. In the conference right now, Carolina Crusaders have already played 8 games. They're 6-2. So Gastonia and the Crusaders in the running for the conference seeds in the top 2. Primetime just barely beat the Crusaders on the road. Gastonia will play the Crusaders in their next game. What a stretch for the Snipers if you're talking about standings. They have a back-to-back next weekend. They're on the road against Carolina, then they're home against Bishopville. As that was deflected out off Gastonia. Nobody could get it in time, so Primetime will have possession here. I think we're going to be in for a ragged fourth quarter. Melvin Rogers playing in his first game. And that's going to be out of bounds, last touched by Primetime. And surprisingly, that didn't screw up our scoreboard too much. Just going to adjust it slightly here. Well, I think I made it worse. All right. Anyways, it's Crawford backing down. Heath. Beausager looking to attack. Correction, that's Lemon. Now to Crawford. Shot clock at 5. Holmes for 3. Yes. Dion Holmes has come cooking. He's got 26 tonight, and it's a 2-point game. Chris Moore over to Turner. Sanders from way downtown rims it in. Sidney Sanders, just his second field goal. He's got 5. 100-95, and Sidney Sanders sells the offensive foul there on Holmes. Five-point lead again for Primetime. Chris Moore, Sanders, same spot. Yes, again! Back-to-back triples for Sidney Sanders, and it's an 8-point game. If you're Gastonia, you got to recognize the situation here. Tide's turning, get a bucket right on this possession. Whatever your best play is, run it. Holmes and Beausager have been the hot hands. Lemon over to Beausager for 3. It's blocked, but P.J. Heath is there. And he cleans it up yet again. P.J. Heath revenge game. He's got 14. And most certainly a double-double. 6-point game. Chris Moore stripped but fouled. Second foul on Gastonia here in the first 2.5 minutes in this final quarter. Quan Brown into the game. Holmes will get what we assume will be a short breather. Barnett. I think he carried it. It was either a 3-second call or a carry. Either way, it's a turnover. Lemon to Crawford now. Crawford backing down Chris Moore. Got it to Heath. Heath, used every bit of the glass there. 16 for PJ. 4-point game. Moore out to Turner. Chris Moore gets around one defender, and it's going to be an offensive foul as they call the charge. They've been pretty consistent with that. 103.99. 8:53 to go in the game. One of the fans was actually asking one of the officials while there was a wet spot out on the floor about why aren't these blocks because of the half circle. Well, there's no half circle in this gym. I'm not a fan of that rule anyways, that circle, that's a half circle underneath the hoop was instituted in the pro game and then later in the college game. And it was all because of just Dennis Rodman. It was just one guy who would constantly just fall down underneath the hoop and he'd get the charge, so they put that rule in. But it was never abused really by anything else, the way, like, say, flopping is. Chris Moore, nice defense. He gets a steal. Sanders again. Not that time. Turner had position. He pulls down the offensive rebound. Sean Barnett on the wing. Moore for three. Yes! Chris Moore, 19 here in the ball game. 7-point lead for PrimeTime. Brown out to Lemon. Crawford again. This time he's got Sanders on him. And we got a foul called on Sydney, I believe. That's 3 on PrimeTime. The fouls are starting to add up. We've only played 4 minutes here in this quarter. Crawford scoop to Lemon. Back to Crawford. Crawford rejected by Turner. Crawford gets it back. Lemon fakes the three. He'll scoop. Just beat the clock. PJ Heath, yes, he cleans up another one. Goodness, PJ Heath. Somebody box him out. 106-101. Sanders attacks. Can't get it to go, and Barnett tried to follow. He was fouled. Two subs coming in. Quay Kimball into the game. James Murray into the game. Sanders is out. Rogers is out. Good minutes for Sidney Sanders. Melvin Rogers hit a big three when things were looking bleak. So good effort for them off the bench. Sean Barnett, right wing. Barnett's been getting the inside game cooking tonight. Not that time, though. It's Heath with another rebound. I bet you Heath's on his way to a 20-20 night. The finger roll is no good. That was Brown. Murray down to Turner. He's fouled on the floor before the shot. And I believe the snipers are already over the limit. So we're going to see a lot of free throws down the stretch here. Odell Turner misses the first. Turner's got 10 points tonight. Okay, now they switch it. So Gastonia wasn't in the bonus. Again, ball don't lie. Ball never lies. Rasheed Wallace taught us that. Murray gets around the defense, kicks it out. Barnett. Ooh, he shuffled his feet. Yep. Barnett traveled. Another turnover. PrimeTime averaging 18 turnovers a game. And that gets kind of lost when you're talking about 34 assists and 149.7 points per game. But kind of a high turnover number. You'll see a little bit higher when you look at all of the possessions, just statistically speaking. Nice move. Nick Crawford, that's his first bucket. He's been looking to dish. So we got a one-possession game as we near the midway point of the final quarter. Gastonia is hanging around. James Murray for three. Yes. Oof. That was nasty. Contested. Bucket anyways. Brown has Turner on the switch. Lemon over to Beausager. Yes, on the three as he answers right back. 25 for DJ. Back to a three-point game. Quay Kimball backing down, throws it up over two defenders and got it to go. 29 for Kimball. 5.5 left to go. Ooh, look out. He almost picked up his second foot there, Lemon. I don't think anybody was paying attention. Crawford attacks, rejected by Turner, and the shot clock will hit 0. So PrimeTime with a nice stop there as we go to a timeout. 5:16 to play, two-possession game. Don't go anywhere. .516 left to go. That's me, Chris Sheeman. Glad to be back with you. PrimeTime basketball, two-possession game. PrimeTime players trying to remain unbeaten. Gastonia trying to hang around in the conversation for the division title. A win today would go a long way into helping their cause with 2 losses. Sean Barnett, tough crossover. Sean Barnett had a quiet first half. He's got 29 points now. He is quiet no more. He's very loud here in the second half. Beausager takes it out to the corner, and he stepped out of bounds. 3-possession game now. Big defensive possession for the Snipers here. They need a stop. Chris Moore's got P.J. Heath, his old teammate, on him. Now to Turner for 3. In and out. Rebound controlled by the Snipers. Throw ahead goes to Brown. Brown has to save it. He does to Lemon. Tips it to Beausager, who's stripped. Barnett to the hoop. Yes. Looking for a foul. Doesn't get it. Sean Barnett has 31. Pull up is good. Answering right back was Brown. Brown's got a dozen. 7-point game, inside 4 to go. Shot clock at 4, Barnett's. Tough possession there for PrimeTime. Nice defense by Gastonia. Pull up 3, it's rimmed in, missed. That was Brown again. Brown now with 15. 4-point game. Snipers not going away. Kimball steps right for 3. Wow, Quay Kimball, what a game for him. 32 for Kimball. Not that time on the heat check for Brown. Chris Moore looks to attack. Murray in the corner, Barnett in the lane. Nice pass by Barnett, and Odell Turner is fouled with 2:42 to go. Turner's not had a great day at the line, but he gets it here. 70% free throw shooter on the season. Again, 1 out of 2. But the lead is 8. Crawford pushes, rejected by Turner. P.J. Heath is there, blows the bunny. P.J. gets another rebound. Brown now will attack, hangs it short, tip for the rebound. It comes out to Murray. Kimball blocked. Nice recovery there by Kawan Brown. .220 left to go. Another bucket here for PrimeTime is going to make it real difficult for Gastonia. They need to get stops. Very little room for error. Moore, and I believe he was out of bounds. So it ain't over yet, folks. Still an opportunity here for Gastonia. That bucket doesn't go. P.J. Heath tries to volleyball it again. Now out to Brown for 3. No. Rebound by Odell Turner, and he's fouled by P.J. Minute 52 left to go. That'll be free throws for Turner. So Turner back at the line. Chance to make it a double-digit game here now. Turner now with a dozen. Holmes is going to come back into the game. I'm surprised he sat for so long. He might have been in foul trouble. I'm not sure, but 26 points on the night. He was out for a long time. Is it too little, too late now? 121, 111. Lemon for 3. Ooh, in and out, back in. Kenny Lemon gets it to go. And a timeout Minute 44 left to go in the ball game. Primetime by 7. Couple of tough road games coming up for Primetime. They've been tested here tonight. And clock issue, I believe. Primetime basketball up by 7. Minute 39 left to go. So Odell Turner's going to the line. There's a foul called, apparently. One out of 2 for Turner. 14 for Odell. Here's Holmes. Lemon from PJ. Bosager on the near side to Lemon. Lemon long on the 3. Kimball going to be fouled by Holmes. So Gastonia will play the foul game here. Kimball, 75% free throw shooter. 32 points on the night, looking for more. Gets his first. Next home game will be May 7th. It'll be the start of a 3-game homestand. Next 2 on the road, as I mentioned, going to be tough ones. Holmes pull up 3, and Turner's going to be fouled. So it's simple right now for Primetime. If they hit their free throws, they are going to 8-0. A 9-point game right now with a minute 5 still to play. And Gastonia will lose their second straight for the first time this season. They won 4 out of 5 before that loss on Sunday at Charlotte. Beat Charlotte by 2 last Saturday, so they played home and home that weekend. That was a ragged game, 77-75. Gastonia won that one. Other wins, they beat Upstate, they beat Coastal Elite, and Kannapolis. And the lead is 11 for the Primetime players. Inside a minute to go. Bosager pull up, too strong, got his own rebound, missed it again, and Primetime with a 4-on-1. More for 3, yes, and that will do it. Chris Moore putting a little extra chocolate on the sundae in what will be a Primetime players victory here today. 128-114. They'll shoot one more time here. Gastonia doesn't appear like they're going to foul. Barnett can't get it to go. Rebound controlled by Brown. Here's Holmes. Got the 3. So he finishes with 29, and Gastonia comes up a bit short. They fall to 4-3. Primetime 8-0, still unbeaten as they win today, 128-117. Once again, folks, 2 tough ones on the road coming up for the Primetime players. They'll be at Florence next weekend, followed by Charlotte on May 1st. We'll be back with you May 7th as the Carolina Thunder come to town. We'll have it for you here on YouTube at 5 p.m. Once again, your final today. It's the Primetime Players 128, Gastonia 117. Thanks for watching, everybody. My name's Chris Sheeman. We'll talk to you again in